Hi guys, my name is Isha and I teach IELTS and PTE. We are based here in Blacktown, Sydney, and we do provide online classes as well globally. In this video, we are going to discuss about the top 7 expensive mistakes that students usually make in their PTE listening module. You know what? These mistakes can simply cost you $475. Before starting with today's video, I would just like to request you guys that please subscribe to our channel and appreciate our efforts, because these small efforts actually keep us going on. So let's discuss about mistake number 1, which is about time management. In listening module, we get in total 8 different types of questions. In section 1, you will be getting summarized spoken text, and in section 2, you'll be getting all other 7 questions. You should understand that in summarized spoken text, you have to give 10 minutes per question and there is no rollover time. And make sure that you're giving those complete 10 minutes. It's not about that if you finish in 7 minutes, you're just going on to the next question. It's better that you just keep on proofreading and you just keep on checking whether you've done any grammar or any other spelling mistakes, or maybe sometimes some template errors as well. In part 2 of listening, you'll be getting in total 7 different types of questions. You'll be having 20 to 22 minutes and you'll be getting around 11 to 18 questions. Of course, it varies from student to student. Approximately the listening module, sometimes it goes on till 20 minutes. You know, some students, they even get it for 17 minutes, or you can even get it for 22 to 23 minutes. Now for the non-important questions of listening, which includes multiple choice question multiple, highlight incorrect summary, multiple choice question single, and select missing words, you have to mark your answer immediately as soon as the audio finishes, and you don't even have to spend 1 second extra on these types of questions. In listening fill in the blanks, you have to spend 1 minute per question. Just make sure all the spellings that you have noted down from your text are correct. For highlight incorrect words, of course, you don't need any extra time. You can mark the answers along with the audio as the audio is going on. And for write from dictation, you can invest around 1 or maximum 1.5 minutes per question, not more than that. So mistake number 2 includes that students don't understand the importance of questions in the listening module. When I talk about the listening module, in total we have got 11 questions from which we get the score for the listening component. 3 questions are from the speaking module and 8 questions from the listening itself. Out of the 3 questions from the speaking module, it includes repeat sentences, retell lecture, and answer short questions. Only 2 questions are important, which includes repeat sentences and retell lecture. You don't have to waste too much of time on answer short questions, or you can just practice from the videos that we keep on uploading, because you never know, the answer short questions might repeat in your exam from those videos as well. I'll put the link as well in the description for you to make things easy. But once again, I suggest that do not spend too much of time on practicing answer short questions, because they're not going to fetch you so much of marks. And now in the listening module, out of 8 total questions, only 4 questions are super important, which includes summarize spoken text, listening fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation is like one of the most important questions of PTE exam. Even if you skip the 4 non-important questions, which includes multiple choice question multiple choice question single, select missing words, and highlight correct summary, still you will be able to get a really good score or your desired score. Tip number 3, which actually confuses a lot of students that why they are not able to get marks in writing as well as the listening module, is that they commit a lot of spelling mistakes. Please try to avoid spelling mistakes in summarize spoken text, listening fill in the blanks, and write from dictation. If you don't know the spellings of certain words, it's better that you totally don't write those words rather than trying to give them a guess or writing them incorrectly. Let's assume that you've made 1 spelling mistake in summarize spoken text. That is going to take away 1 marks from listening as well as 1 marks from the writing module. For example, if you've made 5 spelling errors in summarize spoken text, that means you're going to lose in total 10 marks. That means 5 from writing as well as 5 from the listening module. And the same goes for listening fill in the blanks. The moment you make 1 spelling error, that means you're losing marks in listening as well as in the writing module. So please ensure that only write the spellings if you're 100% sure about them. Also maintain a spelling list. When you're practicing summarize spoken text, listening fill in the blanks, just make sure that whatever spellings you haven't, written correctly, you have a separate spelling list and you just keep on revising them when you go for your exam. We have separate videos as well for listening fill in the blanks questions and summarize spoken text as well, where we give you the detailed explanation of each and every aspect of such questions. We give you some grammar hacks as well for listening fill in the blanks. I'm going to pop those videos over here. You can click on them as well. Mistake number 4. Students usually feel that if they're going to add extra words in write from dictation, that is going to cause negative marking. This is just a rumor, this is just a myth. You can add as many extra words as much as you want in your write from dictation. Even when I went for my exam, I wrote around 23 words in one single write from dictation, but still I was able to fetch 90 out of 90 in my listening as well as in my writing module. Of course, you should only add if you have time left. I don't ask students to add so many words and then you skip last 2 questions of write from dictation. That should not happen. When I say write, you can add extra words. A very simple example to that is if the sentence says that cities are more populated these days and you're not sure that whether it was populated, population, so maybe you can write both of them. If you're not sure whether it was cities or city, again you can write both these words. This technique is called as adding extra words in write from dictation. Let's hop on to mistake number 5. Students usually don't consider the importance of this question, which is called a summarized spoken text question. You're going to get 1 or 2 questions. However, the content plays a very crucial role over here. Just keep in mind that you're trying to take at least 13 to 15 keywords from the audio itself. And the keywords or the content that you're taking down should be relevant. When I say relevant, I'm trying to say that you have to take proper nouns, common nouns, or nouns. Students usually take the words which are adjectives, adverbs, or verbs, or something that doesn't make even proper sense. If, for example, if you're just using the word increase, that is not considered as a proper keyword. You have to mention increasing prices. Or if you're just using the word global, that is again not a proper keyword. You have to use the word global warming. So combination of 2 words, which could be a combination of adjective or noun or verb or noun, is considered as a good content. Apart from that, you should know how you have to use your template well. Try to write at least 65 words in this question if you're looking forward to get 7 or 8 band scores. I have also seen that many students, they make a lot of errors when they're even typing the templates. For example, if the template is having the word highlighted and they're going to write down the spellings of highlighted incorrectly. So like I have previously mentioned that if you write one spelling incorrectly, now you're going to lose 1 marks in listening as well as 1 marks in the writing module. Mistake number 6 is something where the students are not even able to detect it why they're not able to get their marks in the listening module, because you're not doing your repeat sentences correctly. Many students think that they have to speak 100% perfect content, but my dear students, PT is not about 100% perfection. Even if you're 90% perfect in your exam, PT is going to give you 90 out of 90. Let's give you my example. When I went for my exam, I got around 12 repeat sentences. Out of 12 repeat sentences, it was not practically possible for me to speak all of them 100% correctly, but still I was able to fetch 90 out of 90. The trick behind that is that 7 to 8 questions that I got were short or medium questions. In that, I covered the whole content and I spoke in such a way that the software feels that I'm fluent enough. But 3 to 4 questions that I got were really lengthy and I was not able to cover the whole content. So the focus was that I just covered 50% of the content, and for 50% of the portion, I used the filler over there, which is something, something, and something. And I've been teaching about this technique in my other videos as well as classes, and many of my students have been getting 90 out of 90 in their speaking as well as in the listening module. So for repeat sentences, you don't have to focus on the content. Even if your 70 to 80% of the content is correct in repeat sentences, still you will be able to fetch a really good score. The focus should be the way you speak. The way you repeat the sentence is going to matter, because fluency and pronunciation is going to give you in total 10 marks, whereas the content is just fetching you 3 marks. This question is in total 13 marks. So don't worry about the content, worry about the way you speak, worry about the way you represent your answer, and that's how you can crack the software and you can get a really good score in listening as well as in the speaking module. Let's discuss about the last mistake, which is related to retell lecture. Ensure that in 2025, you're not using the template of 2024. In 2024, we used to use the repetitive words such as the lecture told about, I can hear, I can hear, I can hear, but that is not going to work anymore, my dear students. Template that you're using needs to have variation. For example, our template says the lecture analyzed, firstly the speaker explained about, then the speaker talked about. These are the kinds of words that you have to use. Apart Apart from that, ensure that you're not putting keywords. You have to use phrases to get a better score in your listening as well as in the speaking module. I have seen students that they say that if you use a combination of two words, that should also be fine. Phrase technically means that a combination of 4 to 5 words that are coming together, and then you have to speak for 30 to 35 seconds. We have also uploaded a comprehensive video of retail lecture where we are explaining step by step about the note-taking strategies or the recent strategies and do's and don'ts of retail lecture in the year 2025. I'm going to put that link in the description as well. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you wish to appreciate my efforts, please like this video, share this along with your friends who are struggling to get their scores in their PT exam. Apart from that, do not forget to subscribe my channel because that will keep me motivated that I need to bring more such videos for you guys. If you need any kind of assistance, I'm here to help you out. We are based in Blacktown, Sydney. We're just at 1 minute walk from the train station. I want you guys to read our latest reviews, along with that check our latest result stories. Our students have been blooming and growing with mind-blowing results. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.